All right, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. All right, let's go through this again. We are not going to war with China, China, China. We're not going to war with Russia, Russia, Russia. We're not going to war with Japan, any of these countries right now. I know a lot of these people blamed these other countries, and now Mr. Trump is on there saying we're not doing nothing to China, and he cut a deal, and that's great. That's great. Let's watch. Oh, I made a mistake there. Yeah, I'm not the crazy one. I'm crazy, but not that crazy. All right, let's check this out. I do believe we are going to start prosecuting these people for Satanism, witchery, sorcery, demonic activity, corruption, you name it. We're going to take back over America.
corn and for the wheat and for everything. They were honoring the deal, and then when Biden got in, they no longer honored the deal. There was nobody to call. I would call on an average of once every 2 weeks to say, "Come on, you have to speed it up a little bit." And our farmers were doing great. I said to them, "Buy more land and bigger tractors," if you remember. That's what happened. But the deal was a very good deal. But the best part of the deal was that we opened up China. China agreed to open itself up to American business to go in. And it would have been a great thing, I think, for China. They would be able to see
Bravo.
things that they haven't seen. They would be able to buy products that they have never been able to buy. Would have been great for American business. I think it would have brought unity between China, better unity between China and the United States. And the bottom line is that they canceled it the last day. We were all set to sign it. And then I went a little bit angry. I got a little angry. I said, they canceled the deal. The deal was done. It was all ready to be signed. And people went over, they came back to me, "Sir, they don't want to sign the opening up China." Well, the biggest thing that we're discussing is the opening up China, and they've agreed to do that. But it's going to take a while to paper it. That's not the easiest thing to paper. But that's the single, I think, to me, some people would disagree. Some people would say we're getting a lot of money with tariffs or whatever. But, especially when you add what we already have. Because remember, we're already getting the 50% on steel and different things. That's not included in these numbers. So you can add that. But the biggest thing to me is the opening up. I think it would be fantastic for our businesses if we could go in and compete with China. It would be a lot of jobs for China. It would be, I think, at a time when they can frankly use the jobs.
Let's take a break for this squirrel. All right, you idiots. Thank God we didn't go ahead and drop on China. Thank God Trump cut a deal. Thank God, and we're going to cut more deals. We don't want war. We want peace. If we're going to have war, it's going to clean up our own country, not go over to some other country. I just missed the squirrel. I forgot to put peanuts back out there. They ate a whole handful. All right, let's go. Hello, Miss Debbie. Yeah, all these idiots. Is China trying to kill us? Turn yourselves in, you bunch of idiots. I do one video now. Upchurch just did a video. They're trying to kill me.
And that's what we're talking about. So that's a very, very important element to add. So when Scott, I watched him speak the other day, and I think he didn't want to say it, but I said, it's okay to say it. Look, if we don't get it, we don't get it. But if we don't get it, it won't be a positive thing. But if we do get it, I think it's maybe the most important thing to happen. Because if you think about it, we opened up our country to China. They come, we don't, I mean, they have very few restrictions. And
That's
they
true.
didn't open their
That's
country
true.
to us. Never made sense to me. It's not fair. And they've agreed to open China, fully open China.
Well,
And
good.
I think it's going to be fantastic for China. I think it's going to be fantastic for us. And I think it's going to be great for
Amen.
unification and peace.
Amen.
China will also suspend and remove all of its non-monetary barriers. They've agreed to do that. While
Amen.
they're very numerous, but again, to me, the biggest thing that came out of that meeting is they've agreed. Now we have to get it papered, but they've agreed to open up China. I'd like to go back to China just for a second. They're very heavy on the fentanyl. We're charging them, as you know, 20% for the fact that they send fentanyl into our country. And they've agreed that they're going to stop that. And, you know, they'll be rewarded by not having to pay, you know, hundreds of billions of dollars in tariffs. So
You folks wanted 15%. We held out. They came back at us at 30%. I said, no deal. Ain't going to happen. Can't happen. We need 50. You wanted 15. They offered 30. We got 50. We got 50. Who are we? Fist. Who are we? Fist. Great union. But let's get back to this. Bend thy knee. Never. Only to God. And this is great for China, and it's great for America. And why do I say that? Because now I have to impregnate China. That's why. Because we need more kids. And this is going to be great for me and great for you. At least I hope it's great for you. But, anyways, let's get back to this.
the fentanyl should stop. It comes from China. It's amazing. And comes through our southern border, comes through our northern border too, comes through Canada and comes through our southern border, much more through the southern border. But so that's a very important subject to me because everybody in this room has lost friends or people that have family members that have died of fentanyl. So there's a big incentive for China to stop, and I take them at their word. They're going to work on that, I think, very hard. And one thing, when they work on something, they get it done.
Exactly, President Trump. Good call, good deal. And let's go on to the next one, sir. Let's go on to the next one, right? There was no way I was going to go into Russia and go to war with Russia. Russia ain't our problem. There was no way I was going into China. When all these people, all these countries, it's China. It wasn't China. They wanted to go to war with everybody. Thank God we didn't. All glory goes to God, King of Kings, and the greatest deal maker of all, God Almighty, King of Kings. And then the second greatest deal maker, President Trump. Now, all I can say to you Americans that you thought you were going to get away with ripping us off, pay up, suckers, and turn yourselves in. No, I'm going to have to go back and watch the Upchurch video that he just put out. He's saying they're trying to get rid of him. Like, he ain't acting right. I can tell you that much. He might have a disability. We might have to get him evaluated or something. He might have a disability. But there you go, folks. And we're doing the same thing we always did on this channel. No matter what president's in there, he's the president. And if you know anything about military and government, you take orders from the president. If the president says we're invading, we're invading. That's just the way it is, folks. That's the way my family was raised in the military. You leave your politics aside when it comes to the mother green and the butt kicking machine. And you got to do what you're ordered to do. And that's what we did. All glory goes to God, uh, King of Kings, and government and the citizens, the most powerful thing in the United States, the citizens. I heard their cries. I hear their cries now, still to this day. We need relief. A stimulus check would be nice. And we need to go after these people that stole quadrillions and trillions from not only me, but the American working man. And that's really what it's all about, right? That's the way I was raised. I'm sorry some of you were raised differently. Really sorry. Sorry some of you grew up without family or parents. I'm really sorry about that. But the fact is, I'm not going to be locked up again. I'm not going to be made out to be crazy. They already reevaluated me. Yeah, I got a disability, and I'll be the first one to admit it. And as soon as someone knows you got a disability, they try and take advantage of you or steal from you or whatever, or try and pump your head full of lies. And that's exactly what they did to me. And so much so that they will pay family, they will do all kinds of stuff just for them to lie so they can not be proven wrong. And these people were proved wrong. And thank God we didn't go into war. And did I blame China for all this sickness in America? Nope. All I had to do was do the research and see that we had over 300 and something labs with over 40,000 monkeys. Some of them escaped. And it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Now, I don't get paid one penny to figure stuff out for the government. I do it because I love the working man and citizens and family and the whole morals and integrity that we used to hold high. But now we're seeing that even the government, police, branches in the military, they themselves have become corrupt, right? You take orders. That's it. That's the way it's always been in the military. If you're a military family, you know better. Don't matter what president's in there. When he gives an order, it gets done. That's what we did. Hoorah! And if you want some, come get some. But we already gave enough to you. I don't think you want any of this. I don't want to give any of it. I don't want this. I want peace, prosperity, health, and morals. I want to bring cookouts back. I want to bring gatherings of friends at the woods and lakes and having a great time. I want to bring back tranquility and wealth to our country and to every single man and woman. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Johnny Kramer, or John Kramer, John R. Kramer, Johnny R. Kramer, or Jonathan, John, abbreviated. That's all they are. They're all the same, just abbreviated. I went to school. I have a disability. And I was in the slow classes, but I know there's, oh my God. Yeah, it's just an abbreviation of a name. Are you that nuts? And I guess you folks are, because John, Johnny, Jonathan, they're all the same. They're just abbreviations. from different countries. I got to do everything around here. Now, Mr. President Trump, if you're going to continue to cut these deals, let's cut some deals. You know, I got no problem with supporting the government. Uh, or you, I voted. Yes, I went through hell. I went through hell for voting for you. Swam through oceans of crap. This is all my fault. It's all your fault, Johnny. You pushed Trump getting into the presidency. I didn't push him. He dove in. We just, patriots of America, we followed because that's what we were taught to do as a child. Even our military family, you don't ask questions, that's it. They might ask questions amongst themselves, amongst the troops, but whatever. Questioning President Trump. Well, sure, they will question President Trump. Just like they questioned Jesus. Just like Jesus questioned God. Just like Job questioned God, the great creator of everything. So we stand our ground in America. Thank God we didn't listen to these idiots. Thank God Mr. Trump didn't go to war with these countries. These countries are very smart. We could learn from them. I don't know. There's rumors that we might be bringing over some women from China. I hear that they love their men very much. They play a role. And these women, they believe that the man is, you know, I don't know. I'm going to have to do more research. And I can tell you this, they're not like stubborn, Miss Debbie Fox. People are doing that now, Johnny. Nobody is cowering. No, no, don't. I don't care if you're trying to kill me. Quit trying to kill me, folks. I forgive you. Just dispense and go away. Hold on a minute. Let me talk. I can't see. Hold on a minute, Debbie. I gotta look and see what the chat's saying. Let me see what Miss Fox is saying. You're getting it all twisted. Oh, I'm not twisted. Are you kidding me? These people tried to suck us into a war with China. They tried to suck us into a war with these other countries, Japan. You know, these people in Japan, you walk on the sidewalks there, it's actually creating electricity. And people are like, well, it's just not enough electricity. Well, any electricity that can be stored properly and used is good electricity. And these people don't see it. This country don't see it. Let me see what else Miss Fox is yelling at me about. Just like the people's questions, well, some do, but those are sheep. You're getting it all twisted. I'm not twisted. You're twisted. This whole world's twisted. I'm trying to untwist your woman. See what I'm. Don't be getting too friendly. They still want to kill us. They don't want to kill us. It's people like you. It's people like Upchurch now who's running around in circles saying, you're trying to kill me. You're safe, kid. You're safe. Stay at home. You got enough money, kid. Stay at home. If anyone's trying to kill you, stay at home. You got weapons. You got this superior team of security or whatever. Stay at home. If I don't have to go out and do work, where am I? At home. If I go out, what do? I go do what I got to do and I come right home. Why? Well, because these people have already cloned me. These people have already had people that look like me steal millions and billions. So I'm not an idiot. Why am I on YouTube all the time? Well, YouTube and Facebook, is proof that I couldn't have been where they were saying I was. They're idiots. And they got caught. They're very upset, very pissed, so pissed they're calling down upon their witches, demons, and warlocks. They're trying to get me in trouble for penis photos from a long time ago when I used to be in great shape, and so was my penis. They're trying to do all you got porns. I never made a porn in my life. I wasn't raised that way. For one, I never dated a woman that would ever do something like that. Um, Knowing on camera, I don't know. Maybe it was a woman I dated, and she made a porn of me. I don't know. I have no idea, right? So I'm not. It ain't me. I don't do porn. Sorry. A lot of people are pissed. They want me to do porn movies, produce them and create them, and I don't. I don't know about that. I mean, everything is sick right now in the porn industry. I mean, everything you watch in porn has something to do with your mother or sister or brother or uncle or incest. They're promoting incest. I can't help this country unless you let me help you. Maybe I'll produce or maybe adult porn. And another thing, these kitty sickos got to leave the country. I'm sorry, President Trump. They got to go. No, they don't want to kill us, Debbie. Why would they want to kill us? They probably could have killed us. Who knows? Why would they want to kill us when there's opportunity for peace? It don't make sense. They would have done it a different way. A virus. I don't think it just got enough oomph unless you supply it more to kill a whole country, right? I'm not saying it's not possible, but this would have had to been something that to do something like that, it's got to hit and spread massively, massively. I don't know if they. I don't think so. I want peace with China. I want peace with all these countries. They're very smart. These people go to school to learn, and learn they do, and they're very smart. And some of the best doctors are from China. They cured cancer before. We haven't even got a 100% cure of cancer yet. They cured AIDS and all kinds of stuff. There's people on YouTube telling people if you're really sick and you're going to die, go to another country because their health and they're above us for some reason. I don't know. It's crazy. Let me see what Miss Debbie Shiz, where you been? Go live over there. See how they really live. Well, you can watch how they live on YouTube. I don't have to go over there. You mean you actually want me to leave the United States? I can't do that, Debbie. I'm on lockdown. They wouldn't let me leave. I can I can stay somewhere. Well, I can go to Canada. I know that. They're like, well, you can go up into Canada. Well, I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube about China. Uh, and you want peace with them, right? If things go crazy with Kim Q Kiao or whoever he is, right? You want an ally over there. That's the thing. We want to make allies. If we got to go to battle against Satan, we want a bunch. We need many, It's got to be a union, a UN, you know. Now, could America attack America? No. But we can cut a deal with the UN and have troops from other countries come in to pick up all these bad people or fight this war that they want so much. That's true. That is true. We can do that. That's why we want peace with everyone. We want prosperity for everyone. Every single American. We don't want war. We will fight, but we ain't looking for a fight. We're looking for peace. And we're going to have to come together. The world is changing, the earth is changing. God don't want war. We're doing everything He taught us not to do. If we want war, then we do it in prayer, praying, which we shouldn't even be praying for war. But let me see what Miss Debbie's saying. She's getting that over here. Do you have a green card? No. On YouTube, though, my ex husband lived there for 6 months. Oh my God. The gringo. I remember your ex husband, the gringo from Loco Lasso. Mhm. How many times were you married? Excuse me. Under spiritual attack. I want to give all glory to God for holding peace with China. And we're going to reveal this summer that we're all brothers. Yes, sisters, even with China, Japan, Russia. We all come from the same creator and the same seed. It's just unbelievable. You folks wanted to kill your own. You wanted to kill your own. They're our brothers, they're our sisters. You're all crazy. And you drove me crazy. You're lucky I didn't destroy half of this country. Now you've been watching the Johnny Kramer Music Movie Channel Extravaganza. We're in politics. We're out of politics. I'm not deep into politics, but I do believe that I have a voice. And I can use that voice just like that. And I can be heard. No, some of you people were pushing for some kind of a civil war. Madness. Complete madness. Nah, I can't do that. Not in my country. It's summertime. Women are going to be wearing their bikinis. They're going to be out running around. They're going to have their Daisy Dukes on, cowboy boots and everything. I really cannot afford a war right now. Debbie, don't you dare yell at me like that. Oh my God, I am going to go for a while. You can't. I bet you are. He was a he was an electrician. Uh, how dare you talk to me that way on this channel, Debbie Fox? Stubborn you are. Stubborn you are. An American woman. Stubborn. And she's got the right to be stubborn. She also had a bad life, as me, and so many others in America. We weren't born with a silver spoon. We had to work hard labor for what we got. People are, oh, people left you at, yeah, people left me a lot of stuff, but I never received it. Because if you live amongst a country where people were grown up worshiping the devil, then you're never going to see that money. We'll have to rely on God Almighty, the Creator, to retrieve our money. And these people are half crazy. I probably drank at bars with these people, not even knowing how crazy they were. I probably went to bars to watch bands and these people right around me, and I didn't realize how crazy they really were. I mean, I'm crazy, but these people, from what I'm hearing, are complete nut jobs. Complete. Let me see what you're saying. You're in deep with politics and religious stuff, also sticky notes. Sticky notes. Woman, can you forget about the sticky notes? If you came to me in sticky notes and you said, Johnny, this is my new dress, and I was like, Debbie, what? That looks like sticky notes. I love it. I would love that dress. Now, will you? I am not deep into religious stuff, and I am not deep into politics. I'm voicing my opinion, and that's upsetting you because I'm standing my ground against a woman that probably can kick my butt. At least she's threatened to many of times. And that irritates her because I'm making a stand. I'm saying, no, Debbie, you're not going to control me because your breast is this or your boo booty. And that upsets these women. When you make a stand and say, no, no, this has gone far enough. No, enough is enough. Sometimes they don't listen. Sometimes they do. But it's obvious Miss Debbie is a redhead and very stubborn. So she probably didn't care about what I said. But there you go. Keep making the great deals. Deals, deals, deals. Let's get back to peace. And let's see if how China. This is the thing that's killing us. These people, our countries are divided. Country against country. When these people could be, these people might have cures for many things. They might have cures. They might have technology, and we keep it from each other. Causes more damage than anything. And I'm going to return the F-47 to President Trump and them. And we'll have peace. And this was just a movie. And I've been telling you folks that the whole time. And it's your fault that you didn't listen. You didn't have to kill me. You didn't have to hack my channels and steal quadrillions of dollars. You didn't have to open fake accounts in my name with my photos. You didn't have to show my penis all over the world, which President Trump saying it came from Biden's son's computer. That's it. Well, he was smoking crack, so I imagine it fits. It fits. It wouldn't shock me. All right, now you folks have a great day. God bless. We are under attack spiritually. You lost again, Satan. You wanted a massive war, and it just didn't happen. Quit talking your civil wars. I love the South. Some of the most beautiful, kindest people down south. Uncle Ted Nugent, don't kill yourself. I seen your video today saying that you will kill yourself if things. No shit, Uncle Ted did a video today. He said, I will kill myself. I'll take myself out. Nah, God bless him. All right, let's get back to cutting deals and making America great again. And the movie continues on the Johnny Kramer movie music channel. I know a lot of you know me as John Kramer. You've seen me on YouTube doing music and another thing as John Kramer. Wait, let me see what Debbie. I'm getting a chat. I'm getting a chat threat. I'm getting a chat threat right now from Debbie Fox. She's posting. She's posting little explosive devices in my chat. Now I'm getting chat threatened right now with explosives. Lies, all lies. You just posted it, woman. You can't say it's lies when you posted it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 incendiary devices, and then an explosion and a bunch of smoke and hot wind. That might be Debbie Fox. Hold on a minute. That might not be Debbie Fox. Let me see if that's the real Debbie Fox, because that might not be. I'll be dang. It's the real Debbie Fox. Now, what do you got to say, Miss Fox? It's the real Debbie. Not unless they cloned her whole channel and all of her photos and everything. Debbie, is that you? Lies, hot, fire, explosion, small device, hot chili pepper. Oh my God. You got a hold of a hot chili pepper and you got something? I don't know what she's trying to tell me with chili peppers, but yeah, I'm under attack just now too, Debbie. I know. We both are. Did you just post poo in my chat? Boy, you're really mean today. Well, like I told you wanted 15%. They countered with 30. President Trump and his negotiating team and us went back with 50. You wanted 15. They offered 30. We got you 50. Who are we fast? Who are we fast? Who are we fast? God bless America, and we'll keep rolling on. God bless China and all these countries. We're all brothers and sisters in the eyes of the Lord. Amen. You folks have a great day. Miss Fox, we'll continue this chat later. I can see you're very upset that I'm always right and you're wrong. And I wear the pants in this relationship. God bless America. I love everybody. I love yous. I love you, Debbie. I love all you YouTubers out there and all the women, everybody. God bless. Have a great day.